What's good, people? Uncle Hotep back at it again. Sorry, I had to eat a pretzel, man. Just went for a walk, and I can't shake that soft pretzel habit. I actually went to the pretzel place on my way to another store, because the store not by me, they raggedy as shit. They don't know how to cook the pretzel. Sorry, they are cursing everything. Anyway, I gotta make this real quick video. They're still trying to rehab George Bush Jr.'s public persona. You know, a story came out. It's a rainbow story. You know, and I guess he met somebody, I think, that used to work for him. Now, excuse me if I'm getting this wrong. It was like a person that he knew, and now he met him again. And between those times, the person transformed and is no longer the same name, gender that they were when they knew Dubya in the beginning. And I guess they introduced himself. He's like, well, I used to be, and the person said, I used to be, I'll try to find a tweet, I'm sorry. Yeah, I used to be, I used to be a different person when I last time met you. And W was like, now you're your real you. Oh my gosh. And people have the nerve to say, oh, he's a person of decency because he recognized, a person's different, gender transformation and this, that, and the third. Good for George. Good for George. Y'all have to be kidding me with this, man. That makes him a decent person? That makes George Bush a decent person. A person of decency. This man signed on for one of the heinous crimes in my lifetime I've ever seen. Brandishing falsified, fake, even created evidence to go wage war in another country. Hundreds of thousands of Iraqis dead, if not millions. But since he's on the right side of history with, the Rainbow Coalition, now he's a decent person. I'm so sick of this. Like, why does that matter so much more than human life? Like, mass murderers are people too? Is that what you're trying to say? Like, what? Like, I can't even. It's so sickening, man, that they're still at it. They're still at it. And eventually they're going to succeed, I think. Because they'll keep at it 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. Time is on their side. So 100 years from now, George Bush is going to be one of the most liked presidents of all time. Judging by how the media is trying to shape it. They're rehabbing his legacy on the fly. And people just, I see some people, it's getting backlash, But there's still some people that agree with it. I'm like, he was a decent person. Like, I'm sorry, man. You sign off on that. I'm like, no, all the decency, human decency is out the window. Like, I hate how this society has become. If you disagree with me on a certain thing in life, now you're one of my best friends and stuff like that. Like, there's no nuance in today's America. Everybody has agendas. If you can help me with my agenda, then you're a good guy. That's basically what it is. It's sickening, man. It's disgusting. I'm just shocked. Like, I know some of y'all are old enough. I know the majority of my subscribers are old enough to remember the Iraq War and the run up to it. But some of these young kids, man, come on, man. It was absurd, man. And it wasn't like There were people that said, this is BS, man. But the mainstream media didn't. I tell you that right now. Mainstream media, they doing it right now, like how all this fact checking they're doing, about Trump and the lawsuits and the election. They did none of that back then. Mobile weapons labs and stuff like that. All this crazy talk. Throwing babies in throwing babies away and all this other crazy talk. None of it was true. It wasn't even close to being true. That's why, like when people try to use the U.S. media as, as a fact checker, you first have to assess, is some agenda being played with the facts? I'm telling you. Let's be real. Can we stop rehabbing George Bush image? Let me put it this way. Stand tall in rejecting people, the media, the mass media trying to rehab George Bush. We shouldn't allow it. We can't allow it. We have to stand up. We have to push back. Or they're just going to, change history. Like they've always been doing. Imagine living in this century. History ain't even real. It's wild, ain't it? History ain't even real, man. I don't know what is real. You have to ask yourself, what is real, man? Stuff that you live through is being retconned. Isn't that how they use the retcon? I kind of pat myself on the back when I hear new words and I get it right, I guess I'm a Generation X / boomer, I guess. I don't know. I gotta find a place to park. Please don't tell me you're parked. Come on, man. I hate backing into spots, even though I'm going to the supermarket. I saw one Japanese, goddamn. I don't know if it was a show. They said they always back in. Just so they can have that extra couple seconds when they want to leave. And I thought that was the smartest thing, one of the smartest things I've ever seen. In America, is the basic opposite. Most people park pulling in forward so they can get to hurry to get their work on. Random Uncle Hotep thoughts. But yeah, stop this retcon of George Bush Jr. Let's just stop it. Let's stand against it. All right? This is Uncle Hotep. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.